Welcome to the stream. This is Season 4, Round 2 of League of Extraordinary Investigators. We are working our way through the Return to the Night of the Zealot campaign. And in Scenario 1, Dexter was cruelly and unfairly murderized by being a bit greedy and trying to get some extra points. And he got killed because the agenda advanced thanks to ancient evils, and he was murdered. Killed, dead, destroyed in his own house. Yet for some reason my house is still standing because now I am a new investigator. I am Ashcan Pete, and Next Level Plays from the League has very kindly built me this deck. It has almost no assets at all. It is built to run lean and fast to try and get through this scenario and interview the cultists as quickly as possible. So, here we are. I don't have an error message on screen. I have no drop frames, and this looks a lot smoother than it did before. So I think we're good to go. As I said before, apologies for the slight angle of the camera. I've got a new camera arm thingy I got for my birthday, and I can't quite get the camera positioned right to be properly, completely overhead looking down. So it has to be slightly back at an angle. Hopefully it's not making you seasick or feeling like you're about to fall over. Hopefully, well, I've already done the randomization in the original stream, which started to fail, so hopefully that suffices for the purposes of the game, of the league. I'll give my deck another shuffle. We have randomized the locations, we have randomized Agenda 1, we have randomized the selection of 5 cultists that we need to interview. That's the cultist deck there marked with the arrow, so I don't draw from the wrong one in the encounter phase, in the mythos phase. Don't need the dice anymore because I've done the randomization. So, let's do this. We are at my house. There is one clue per investigator here, and it is a Shroud of 2. Forced, when the Gore Priest spawns, spawn it here instead of its normal location. And as an action, I can gain a card and a resource once per turn. So, the advice that Next Level Plays gave me for this deck is I really want Lita and Magnifying Glass in my opening hand so I can get going. Let's see what I get. I get Unexpected Courage in the bagging area. Unexpected Courage in the bagging area. Perception. Live and Learn. Able-bodied. Right. I'm tempted to maybe keep one of the Unexpected Courages for the flexibility and ditch the rest. Obviously I start with Duke in play already. So yeah, I'm going to ditch those and get 4 more. Well, that's a weakness, that just can't have that. Fight or Flight. Perception. Fight or Flight. I did definitely shuffle this deck. Live and Learn. That is terrible. It's not terrible, but it's not what I wanted. Okay. It is what it is. I have my opening hand. I have, well, as I mentioned on the previous aborted attempt to stream, this deck is very light on assets. It's literally just the 2 Magnifying Glasses and Lita. Everything else is skills and events. Stream looks good now. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think it was just because I was on battery mode and I hadn't noticed. Stupid computers trying to be clever. Okay, so I am at my house. It is a Shroud of 2. Do I really want to be using Perception just yet? I don't know, but I have Duke, don't I? So I think I will just start off by exhausting Duke. I will investigate 4 on a 2. 4 on a 2, and I draw a +1. I like the sound of that. First clue. Because Duke is exhausted, I can't use his free ability to move before investigating. But anyway, I will now move to the only place I can, which is the centralised river town, and it's one of the originals rather than the return locations. One clue. So for my second action, let's investigate with his flat 2 on a 1, I think. 2 on a 1, what's the worst that could happen apart from this? Oh, it's a 0. Okay, second action, second clue. I've got ahead of myself here. I've not even read the agenda and the act. So let's set the scene. Predator or prey. Lita seems convinced of a conspiracy within the city of Arkham. She believes a secret cult serves the ghouls that live in the crypts beneath the city, and that several of the cult's prominent members are scattered throughout Arkham. As you begin searching for them, you can't shake the feeling that you too are being hunted, and we have an action of resign. You don't want to risk taking too long, so you head to safety with the information you have gathered. I always forget what the term is. I keep wanting to say shroud. It's a limit of 6 doom. And Act 1A, uncovering the conspiracy. You have 1 night to find the members of this cult and unveil their plan. The more members of the cult you can find and interrogate before midnight, the better. As an action, we can spend 2 clues to draw the top card of the cultist deck. Objective: find as many unique cultist enemies as you can and add them to the victory display. If there are 6 in the victory display, advance. Note, not all 6 of them are in the cultist deck, which is true because the cultist deck has only got 5 cards in it, so how it could have all 6 in, I do not know. Right, action 3. I don't know. Do I move? Is it risky to spawn a cultist at the end of my turn? I suspect yes. So I will... I'm going to move up to East Town. It's one of the return locations, so it's a shroud of 4 with 2 clues. Shroud of 4 with 2 clues, and as an action I can add 2 supply tokens or ammo tokens to an asset you control once per game, and it is a victory point allocation, which for the purpose of the league is just XP. Our scoring system for the league is 1 point per cultist we interview, so yes, I need to get going with that, don't I? But anyway, that's my 3 actions done. No enemies are in play. I ready cards. Gain a card and a resource. Unexpected courage in the bagging area. Put 1 doom on the agenda. 1 out of 6. And we draw our first encounter card. We get Hunting Shadow. Peril. Can't talk about it. Spend a clue or take 2 damage. I suppose I could put 1 damage each on me and Duke to so that I'm not... I'm going to do that. I'm going to take 1. Duke's going to take 1. Sorry, Duke. Okay, action 1. Do we investigate? And I'm tempted to do an odd... Oh, it's 2 clues here, isn't it? Do I have any tech for getting 2 clues? No. So if you fail, fight or flight is about horror. Okay, I think I might just be brazen and I've got a standard Ashcan investigate, and I'm going to throw in an unexpected courage and a perception to put me at +4, so that's a 6 on a 4. 6 on a 4, and I draw a -2. That's a pass. And because of perception, I get to draw a card. Improvised weapon. So So for my second action, I will investigate with Duke, and I will lob in my other unexpected courage. So again, I'm doing a 6 on a 4. I should have drawn a cultist, shouldn't I? -1, that's a pass. 4 clues. And for my third action, I'm going to move. Or should I stay? I'm going to draw. Take heart. Okay. I'm sure next level player is probably screaming at the monitor saying, "What do you think you're doing? You should be going fast." Never mind. Right, no enemies in play still. Ready cards. Duke. Doom on the agenda, that flips to 2 out of 6, and we draw our encounter card. Locked door. Attached to the location with the most clues, and without a locked door attached. Well, everywhere is even, everywhere has 0 clues, so I will lock it, put it on my house. I locked myself out of my house. Right, action 1, I'm going to spend 2 clues and draw my first cultist. Peter Warren, spawn at the Miskatonic University, and I can spend 2 clues to parley with him. Okay. Shall I do another one? Let's do another one. 2 clues. There's not a limit, is there? No. Second action, it's Victoria Devereaux. Spawns at north side, and as an action I can spend 5 resources to parley with her. Okay. Well, given that I'm not spending much money, I think I might be alright with that. So then for my third action, I will exhaust Duke and do a move and investigate. Neither of those 2 are hunters either, they're both going to sit there. So move and investigate, so that is a 4 on a 3. Not really anything I can boost it with. I might well take heart in, so that because with this being a bit tight, if I fail, I at least get something out of it. 4 and a 3. -1, it's still a pass, never mind, I've lost take heart. Okay, that was my third action. Hunter enemies move, neither of those 2 have hunter. No enemies attack. Ready cards. Card. Vicious blow. And a resource. I have a feeling I didn't take a resource last time, but never mind. So I have 7 resources now. Doom, we go to 3. 3 out of 6. And we draw our encounter, which is Obscuring Fog, attached to your location. Gets +2 Shroud. That's brilliant because I've already cleared it. Right, action 1. I'm just going to move to north side. Victoria Devereaux engages me. I reveal north side, which has 2 clues. No, 2 clues. And a shroud of 3. We have an action there of spending 5 resources to get 2 clues from the token pool. So I've moved. My second action, I'm going to spend, so I have 3, 6, 7 resources, so I'm going to spend 5 to parley with Victoria Devereaux, which adds her to the victory display. We have our first cultist. And then for my third action, I need another clue to be able to deal with Peter. So I will investigate. I will just do a Duke investigate of 4 on a 3. And I get a -1. That's a pass. So I now have the 2 clues to deal with Peter on the next turn. Right, no hunters in play, no enemies engaged to attack. Ready cards, gain a card and a resource. Lucky. And resource. Doom, we go to 4 out of 6. And we draw our encounter. Hunting Shadow, spend a clue or take 2 damage. I'm not doing the damage again, I'm sorry, I'm losing the clue. Right, action 1. We need to investigate again. So let's do another Duke investigate on north side. 4 on a 3. Cultist is -2, place a doom on the nearest cultist. Right, that puts us at 5 out of 6. So as Matt would say, we're in the witching hour. I probably got that wrong. Okay, so that was my first action, wasn't it, to do that investigate, which I failed. What I might do is fast, live and learn. After a skill test you failed ends and resolving all effects, which I did, attempt that test again with a +2. So I was a 4. I'm assuming that works on a Duke investigate, so it was 4, so now 6. 6 on a 3, +1, that's a pass, so I have a clue. That was a fast card, so no action taken. So for my second action, I move to the Miskatonic University, where Peter engages me. Reveal the university, it's another return location rather than original. As an action, I can take 2 horror to gain a clue, and there is 1 clue per investigator here. I will now, for my third action, spend 2 clues to parlay Peter, which removes a doom. We are 2 cultists down, but now I'm out of clues. Okay, no enemies to move or attack. Ready cards, that's ready Duke. Card and a resource, I get my magnifying glass at last, and a resource. Doom, we are now at 5 out of 6. So the big bad is going to come next round, or a big bad. And our encounter card is Crit Chill, test head of 4. My head is 4. If you fail, choose and discard an asset you control or take 2 damage. Right. I don't really have anything here I can help, but I do have lucky, so I'll keep that in mind. Let's go for a flat 4 on a 4. 4 on 4. Tablet. -3, so lucky won't help. If you fail, place a clue on your location. I have no clues, but also if I fail, choose and discard an asset you control. Now, does that include an asset in my hand? I hope it doesn't. I suspect it does. I'm going to be boring now and do a very quick rules reference check. Search for control. You must have control. Come on. Ownership and control. A card's owner, blah blah blah. A player controls card located in his or her out of play game areas such as hand, deck and discard pile. So that doesn't make sense because I can't discard a card from my discard pile. But I guess that means my hand is classed as an area I control. Right, I'm going to take it that I have to discard the magnifying glass. If I've got that wrong, I'm sure I will be suitably penalised. Right, action 1. I guess I need to get investigating again, don't I? I'll use Duke, 4 and a 3. Do I use Duke? Yeah, I don't really have anything else in my hand. I think that will work. So 4 and a 3 with Duke. Skull. The highest number of doom on a cultist enemy in play. That's a 0, so I get 1 clue. I think I'm gonna use Pete's free action to discard a card from my hand. I'm gonna discard improvised weapon because I can play it from my discard pile. I'll put it in at right angles like that because otherwise I forget that there's a card I can play from my discard pile in there, and that means I can ready Duke. And now I exhaust Duke to do a move and investigate. I will go to the hospital. So I will do a move and investigate using Duke's free move before an investigate. 4 on a 2. Zero. That's a pass. So I have 2 clues again. So that was my first. No, was that my first action? That was my second action. First action I investigated there with Duke. I did a free action to ready him. Second action move here. Third action. I'm not going to do the cultist at the end of my turn in case I can't remember, but I'm sure there's some that engage with you. This guy's going to come out as well, and I don't know where, I can't remember where he spawns. Right. So it doesn't, and I don't think it does either. So does that mean I shouldn't have discarded the magnifying glass? Or does that mean I should have discarded? Sorry, I didn't see those messages, Voltglass and Campbell. The reason Quick Show doesn't affect cards in hand is because those are out of play. So I should still have the magnifying glass but have taken 2 damage, is that right? Let's put the magnifying glass back in my hand then and deal 2 damage to me. You'd have... No! Oh hell. That means I couldn't have then just done those 2 actions I've just done. Because I just used Duke twice. Right. How do I pick that? How do I unpick that? Do I just take the penalty for not having discarded an enemy, an asset I should have discarded? Or do I try and unpick it? I think it's only right to unpick it actually. So I don't have Duke. I have 1 damage. And I don't have these 2 clues, so that is back to being unrevealed, and I am back here with 1 clue on that location, and we are back at the start of my turn. Okay. That's what happened to West on turn 1. Oh, at least I got a few uses of Duke out of it then. Right, okay. So I am back to action 1. I know technically it's a penalty because I was revealing chaos tokens, but hopefully my scorer will be lenient. I don't know, Campbell. I had to take 2 damage earlier from an encounter card, so I just put 1 on Duke and 1 on me. So yeah, I didn't take damage on Duke to kill him. I discarded. I basically went backwards. I reversed my actions, so I went back to the Crypt Chill. The mistake I made was I discarded a card from my hand rather than from in play. I forgot Duke was an asset in play even though I'd been using it. So right, I'm back at my first action. I now need to invest, well, at least I can play my magnifying glass now. So I'll pay 1 to get the magnifying glass in play. So that puts me on a massive 3 for investigating now. So let's do a 3 on a 3 investigation. -2, that's a fail. I will pay 1 for lucky to add 2, so that is now passed. Thinking about it, I discarded this improvised weapon to ready Duke when as part of my reversal I didn't have Duke anymore, so that should still be in my hand as well. Sorry for my scorer, you've got some unpicking to do. Right, so I've now got that clue because I investigated, failed, paid 1 for lucky as a fast action to gain the clue anyway. So my third action, so first action was play the glass, second action was, no, it's fast. So I only had, so that was my, I've gone to pieces now. Right, first action, fast action to play magnifying glass, so that didn't count. Then my genuine first action was to investigate, so now I have action 2. I will move to the hospital. Shroud 2, 1 clue. And for my third action I will investigate using my magnifying glass. 3 on a 2. 3 on 2. Hold a sign. Ready Duke. Ooh. I've got the clue anyway. Right, no enemies in play. No enemies to attack. Nothing to ready. Card and a resource. I get last chance. And a resource. Doom, we go to 6. And now we find out which of these agendas came into play, and it's the new one. It's Narugoth. He spawns engaged with prey. His prey is the investigator nearest to another cultist enemy. Well, seeing as I'm the only enemy, investigator in play, that's got to be me, isn't it? And he gets +3 health per investigator, that's 7 health. Right. I've got fight or flight, but I have no horror on me. I have a vicious blow. And I also have improvised weapon and a last chance. Okay. But first I need my encounter. It's a hunting night gaunt. I think I'm going home soon, but I can't go home because the door's locked. Okay. Yeah, 7 health. It's 4 health plus 3 per investigator. I don't know if that... Don't know if you can see that or not. No, it's out of focus, isn't it? So, perfect timing to draw these two nasties. So my first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pay 1. Let me think, who do I want to kill first? As if I'm going to kill anybody first. Let's think this through. I've got Vicious Blow, which can do +1 damage. I've got Improvised Weapon, but I can only do +1 damage if I play that from a discard pile. I can only fight with a 2, thanks to my dog being dead. So Improvised Weapon will drop him to, well, we'll drop both of those to a 2. So I'll be fighting a 2 on a 2. Vicious Blow will boost me by 1, so it'll be a 3 on a 2. And I guess I could commit Last Chance, which would boost me by another 3. I'll keep these fight or flights for next turn because I'm bound to get hit by some horror now, so they will come with a nice boost. So let's pay 1, and I will attack the Night Gaunt with Improvised Weapon, and I will boost it with Vicious Blow. So it is only going to, and then I will also throw in, no, I can't throw in Last Chance because that has to be, have no other cards. Okay, so I am attacking with a 3, 2 + 1 from the Vicious Blow, and the Haunted Night Gaunt is 3 - 1 thanks to Improvised Weapon. So it's a 3 on a 2. 3 on a 2, and we get a -3. So they are both gone. I now have Improvised Weapon in my discard pile at least. So for my second action, let's play Improvised Weapon from my discard pile. But I've not got the Vicious Blow now to reduce it, so that brings him down to a 2. I'll use Last Chance this time because I'm not committing Improvised Weapon to a skill test. Improvised Weapon is initiating the skill test. So Last Chance is the only card being committed to the skill test. I think that makes it right. So Improvised Weapon, I'm playing it, pay 1 for Improvised Weapon from my discard pile. Because I'm playing it from my discard pile, it does +1 damage. Enemy gets -1, so enemy is a 2. I am at 2. I have 2 cards left in my hand, so Last Chance boosts me by 3, so that's a 5 on a 2. 5 on a 2, -3, that's just passed. So that is 2 damage to the Hunting Night Gaunt. Two damage on the Hunting Night Gaunt. Because I played Improvised Weapon from my discard pile, it gets shuffled back into my deck. I do like those recycling cards. So that was 2 actions, wasn't it? My third action. I guess I evade the Hunting Night Gaunt. That's a 3 on a 1. It's better chance than a 3 on a 3 from evading Naragath. Right, third action, let's evade the Hunting Night Gaunt. 3 on a 1. 3 on a 1. I need to, oh, it's a +1. Wow, okay. So, Hunting Night Gaunt. Although I suppose technically I wanted to take the hit so that Fight or Flight would boost me, but never mind. So that was my third action. Okay, Hunter enemies move. No, they don't. Enemies attack. Naragath hits me for 1 damage and 2 horror. me 2 of each. Nothing to ready. Card and a resource. I draw Spectral Razor. Ooh, okay, that's good. Or is it? Yes, yes, that is good. Spectral Razor. Well, he readies and re-engages for next turn. And I gain a resource. Doom! We have a shroud, whatever, of 8. I draw a card. I need to get away from these and get another cultist. That's what I think I need to do. Famous last words. Hunting Shadow. Spend a clue or take 2 damage. What's Pete's health? 6. I'm not going to 4 damage at this stage of the game, so I'm just going to lose a clue. Right. Action 1. I need to kill the Night Gaunt. I can't afford the Spectral Razor and Fight or Flight, unfortunately. So what's going to give me the biggest bang for my buck? Fight or Flight will give me +2 on my Fight and Evade. So that will get me to 4 Fight or 5 Evade. Spectral Razor will let me attack once. I can use if I use Spectral Razor, I can, in theory, kill the Hunting Night Gaunt. But I then have no money. Whereas if I play Fight or Flight, that will boost my Fight and Evade for the rest of the turn by 2. So I could potentially do a dub, 2 fights on the Night Gaunt and 1 evade on Narrowgath, but then I'm still sat here. Decisions. I think, let's plan this out. So I could go action 1. Now I can't play a Spectral Razor because I'd have to take an attack of opportunity, won't I? No, I won't, because it's a fight event. My brain's going. I think Fight or Flight helps me the most at this stage. So I'm going to pay 1 for fast Fight or Flight. So till the end of the round, I've got +2 because I've got 2 horror on me, Fight and Evade. So it puts me on 4 Fight and 5 Evade. So I'm going to punch the Night Gaunt. 4 and a 3. At least you don't retaliate. 4 and a 3. Skull. Highest amount of doom on an enemy, there isn't any. So that's 1 successful punch. Action 1. Action 2, we do the same again. So that's 4 and a 3. 4 and a 3. Tablet is a -3. If you fail, place a clue on your location. Third action, I think I evade to prevent the hit, and this isn't looking good because I am going to take 2 horror this time. So my evade is now at 5, so 5. Let's evade Narrowgath. 5 and a 3. Oh, I should have evaded the Night Gaunt. Can we say I evaded the Night Gaunt? Five on a Night Gaunt. Well, anyway, I've failed because I decided at the last minute to switch to being evading Narrowgath rather than evading the Night Gaunt. So they're both still on me. And actually, this is going to kill me. It's going to kill me. That's it then. Okay. Let's play this out. Hunter enemies move. No, they don't. Enemies attack. So that's 1, 2 physical damage, and 3 horror. I'm dead. Wow, that was over very quickly. Still, I got 2 cultists. Two cultists, 2 victory points. Is it 2 victory points, 3 victory points, 4 victory points, 4 victory points, 2 league points. There you go. Okay, so that was a 41-minute stream in the end, and most of that was me just gassing. Okay, so thank you for watching. Another disastrous stream, copyright Kevin. And I will see you in 2 weeks' time for the Devourer below.